computer? Right. Now we do some exercises, compulsory interview questions. Example 1. Prepare valid and invalid test data for a username field. Okay. Yeah, requirement is, the customer expected requirement is a username field should accept 4 to 6 alphabets. The username field should accept 4 to 6 alphabets. So requirement, this is requirement, okay? So based on this requirement, I have to identify username field, valid data, invalid data. So what is the techniques we are using? BVA and ECP, okay? See here. As a tester, how do you do this actually? As a tester, how do you do? Positive and negative, right? What is positive here? So what is the positive data here? Can you give any examples for this? Alphabets only, right? So alphabets means what, sir? All A to Z, right? Small and capital. Small and capital. It is not mentioned like only small letters, only capital letters, not mentioned like that, right? So we have to consider all the small letters and uppercase letters. Then how many characters are entering here? That is type. See, only alphabets is type ECP. Now, how many characters have to enter, sir? 4 to 6. So how many times you are entering? 4 alphabets you are entering. Pass or fail? Pass. Next, you are entering 5. Pass or fail? Next, pass or fail? Over. Then negative also, right? Tell me the negative range here. Less than 4 and less than 4 means what, sir? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like up to number. No number, right? Like that we are not entering. Like that we are not entering. So if I enter 7 should not accept, 8 should not accept, 9 should not accept, up to what number? If any number should not accept. Like that I am not entering all the data. So for that we are using BVA and ECP here. So first BVA, okay. So BVA. So valid, invalid. So valid, invalid. Okay, valid, invalid. So I am finding BVA, boundary value analysis. So what is the range, sir? 4 to 6. That is the range. Range I am talking about. I am not talking the type. Only 4 to 6. So here we take some ranges. So BVA in terms of ranges, right? So here 4 to 6, right? This 4 we are calling as a minimum value. And 6 we are calling as what, sir? Maximum value. So now here I will take like this. So now valid, invalid. So if I enter minimum 4 characters. So valid or invalid? Valid, right? Next to maximum, how much, sir? 6 is valid. And what else valid? What else valid? 5. So how are you getting 5, sir? So I have to increment by 1 for minimum value. So minimum plus 1 is equal to 5 valid. And what else valid? So less than 6. Suppose, for example, you have a data like this. For example, 4 to 10. 4 to 10. For example, 4 to 10. So now if I enter 4 valid, 5 valid, 6 valid, 7 valid, 8 valid, 9 valid, 10 valid, right? Valid. As a tester, I have to test for negative scenario also, right? So 11 should not accept, 12 should not accept, 13 should not accept, 14 should not accept, like we have so many numbers are there. As well as here 1, 2, 3 also should not accept. So instead of testing all the values, we consider as 4 to 6, right? This is minimum. And what is 10 here? Here, maximum. So based on this, we identify some ranges. So minimum is 4, minimum plus 1, minimum minus 1. For this minimum, we are considering other two ranges. Minimum plus 1, minimum minus 1. And maximum, same condition. Maximum plus 1, maximum minus 1. So we consider maximum minus 1, maximum plus 1, 3, 2, 1, right? Here we have a 3, 2, 1, right? 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is minimum, minimum minus 1 and minimum plus 1. So these are the ranges. If I test these ranges, so you are testing for all the ranges. So now minimum valid, invalid. Valid. Maximum? Maximum 10 valid, right? Maximum plus 1? Not valid. Maximum minus 1? Valid. If it is accepting, not accepting 11 means it is not accepting 12, 13, 14 like that. See, it is not accepting 11. Maximum plus 1, not accepting. So means what, sir? It is not accepting for 12, 13, 14. Okay. The same way, minimum minus 1, 3. So I entered 3 characters, not accepting. Means what, sir? It is not accepting 2 and 1. Compulsory. So these are the ranges we consider. So minimum 4 valid. Maximum 10 is valid. Minimum plus 1 is valid. Because 4 to 10, right? Like that. And the maximum minus 1 is valid. And remaining invalid what, sir? Minimum minus 1, maximum plus 1. That is the reason how we are taking like this. Okay. See here. So minimum plus 1. And what is another one, sir? Maximum minus 1. How much it is? Only 5. Right. So here minimum plus 1, maximum minus 1, both are same, right? 5 only. And remaining all are invalid. What are those? Maximum plus 1. How much we are getting, sir? 7 invalid. Minimum minus 1. How much it is? 3 invalid. That's it. Okay. This is about the BVA. This is about BVA. Now what is the next one, sir? ECP, right? ECP. What is the given, sir? Alphabets. Alphabets, right? Now we are identifying valid, invalid alphabets. Now valid, invalid, right? So valid type, invalid type. Alphabets only. In my keyboard, what are the characters are there? Small a to Z, and we have capital A to Z. Only these are valid. Only these are valid. So remaining all are invalid. What are the invalid characters we have? So first of all, in a keyboard, if I see alphabets are there and numbers also there, right? So if I enter numbers 0 to 9, not allowing. Next, special characters. Special characters. Any other data we have, sir? Alphanumeric, combination of alphabets and then numbers. Should not allow, right? Alphanumeric. So numeric. Next, special characters. So those comes under special characters. Blank space. Like this. Any other data is there? Mostly we covered, right? Now we have to identify valid data, invalid data. So this is valid range, valid type. Invalid range, invalid type. So based on this combination, we have to work. We have to identify data. A valid range with valid type is what, sir? Valid. So this combination, valid range with valid type. Valid range with valid type is valid data. Remaining all combination is invalid. So valid with invalid, invalid with valid, invalid with invalid. So now what is the conditions here? Valid valid. Valid BVA, valid ECP is valid. Right, sir? Valid. Next, valid BVA with invalid ECP is what, sir? Invalid. Next, invalid BVA with valid ECP is what, sir? Invalid. Invalid with invalid is what, sir? Invalid. So based on these four conditions, I am identifying data now. You know, now data. Okay, see here. Where I can write, sir? Here I will write. So test data here, okay? Test data. Test data, valid, invalid. Okay, see here. See valid range, valid type. Valid range, valid type. So if I enter 4 characters of alphabets, see here. Small a to z is valid, capital A to z valid. Combination of this also valid, right? So A to Z, small a to z, and small capital Z. Like this is also valid. I enter only small. I entered only capital. I entering both type, small and capital. Should allow, right? Like that. So now 4 characters with us small a to z. How? A, B, C, D. Next A, B, C, D. Next A, B, C, D. Like this. Next, sir. 6 characters with valid data. A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F combination. Like that, 5 characters with valid. What are those? Answer inka cheppandi. A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E combination. So if I enter this data, should I accept or should not accept, sir? Yeah. Should I accept? If I enter 4 characters with numbers, range is valid, but type is invalid. So if I enter like this, if I enter 4 characters of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, should valid or invalid, sir? Why invalid? Because it should accept only what, sir? Alphabets. But rendering what, sir? Invalid characters, numbers. Should not allow. Range is correct. 4 character range is correct, but type is invalid. Like this, you are entering special characters. Alphanumeric and blank spaces. Only 1 blank spaces. Like that. Invalid. So rest of data is what? Invalid. So this is about the one sample BVA and EC. Okay. Like this. So like this, we identify data. So like this, we identify data. Okay. Let me take another example. Example 2. Identify test data for phone field. Phone field. You know, phone number text box should allow 10 digits only. Come on, sir. Prepare BV and DCP for this. I will give you 2 minutes of time. Prepare BV and DCP for this. Phone number text box should allow 10 digits only. What is minimum here? 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Minimum is not 1. Minimum is not 1. 10 only. So minimum is 10 only. Maximum 10 only. So if I enter less than 10, should not accept. Greater than 10 should not accept. So minimum and maximum both are same. 10 only. So minimum plus 1, 11. Maximum plus 1, 11. Not accepting. Minimum minus 1, 9. Maximum minus 1, 9. Invalid. And what are the valid characters? Only numbers. Invalid characters?
Alphabets.
Special characters, blank spaces. So those if I enter, it should not allow. Prepare BV and DCP for this. BV and DCP. Based on this, prepare BVA and DCP. So BVA, we are identifying data in terms of ranges and DCP types of characters. So compulsory in interview, if you go to interview, right, in your CV, backside white paper, in that they will ask to write these kind of questions. So they will give a requirement like this and identify the BV and DCP. They will ask like this. Some interviewers, they will bring the white papers and in that you are writing and they are attaching that white papers to your CV. Depends. Okay. If you go to interview, first page, backside page is empty, right? So we are not filling front and back. No, only front side we are entering our data in CV. So backside total white paper, right? In that they will ask to write these kind of questions. If you go to Selenium interview, they are asking to write some Selenium programs. So manual, so like this, practicals. Or sometimes they will bring some papers, white papers. So what are the answers you wrote, right? They will attach. Photo?
1 to 6 example is
Photo 6 అంటే యూజర్ నేమ్ ఫీల్డ్ మళ్ళీ చెప్తా చూడండి అగైన్ ఐమ్ టెలింగ్ ఓకే సీ సో ఫోన్ నంబర్ వాట్సాప్ 10 digits numbers only 10 digit number only. Okay, so first of all BVA, right? BVA stand for boundary value analysis. So what are the boundaries are there? So what are the number of characters I have to enter? So what is the valid range, invalid range? So we are identifying with what's the BVA. So here valid, okay, and invalid. Okay, valid, invalid. So what are the ranges we are considering in the BVA? We are considering minimum, maximum, minimum plus 1, minimum minus 1, maximum plus 1, minus 1. So here you should accept only what's the 10 characters. 10 characters. I mean 10. These are the one character only, right? Yeah. So minimum and maximum both are same. So we should accept 10 numbers only. Now remaining all are invalid. What is the range, sir? If it is minimum minus 1 or maximum minus 1, 9, right? Invalid. And what are the other range, sir? Minimum plus 1. How much you are getting? 11. Or maximum plus 1. How much you are getting, sir? 11, invalid. So if I enter 10 characters, should accept. If I enter less than 10 or greater than 10, you should not accept. This is what, sir? BVA. And now ECP. Now ECP. Now ECP. Okay. Valid, invalid. Valid, invalid. Now see here. What are the combination here? 0,
Only digits.
9. That's it. And here, if it is alphabets, right? Alphabets. Means what, sir? A to Z or capital A to Z also. Next, all special characters. All special characters. Next, blank space. Blank space is not a special character. It's a character actually. Now, see this combination. So here, this is combination what, sir? Valid. So this comes what, sir? Valid data. This is valid data. Valid with invalid type. Valid range with invalid type. Invalid. Invalid type range with valid type. Invalid. Invalid with invalid is invalid. On this I am preparing a data. So now test data. Test data. Okay. So here valid, invalid. Okay. See here. So compulsory interview questions, sir. See. So I have to enter 10 range of numbers. Okay. What is this? Only one is enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like this. This is only invalid. Sorry, valid. So I can enter any way. Numbers I have to enter. Maybe starting with 1, 2, 3, like that. Your wish. It is not mentioned starting with the number 9. See, it is accepting only 10 digits. And it is not mentioning what, sir? Start with 9. Start with the +91 with the country code. That is not given. Only given what's a 10 digit number. So I may enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. Random number I can enter. Remaining invalid what's that? Valid with the invalid characters. So if I enter A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, 5, 5, 10. 10. 5, 5, 10, right? 10 characters of alphabets if I enter should not accept. Next word, sir. 10 characters of special characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should not accept. Next, blank spaces. So, blank space, only one blank space, right? One like this blank space. And what's up? Invalid with invalid. What is invalid combination? 9 with these options, okay? A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. Done. And answer 5 plus 4, 9. Gada. Next, special characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. So if I enter this, we can also enter alphabets, alphanumeric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, something like this. Should not accept. Why? Alphanumeric. This is alphanumeric contains a combination of alphabets and then numbers. Like this. You know. Next, another example. ఇప్పుడు మీరు చేయాలి ఓకే పాస్వర్డ్ ఫీల్డ్ ఐడెంటిఫై valid and invalid test data for a password field. Okay. Password field should accept 5 to 8 characters. It should contains at least one uppercase letter. Should contains at least one lowercase letter. Should contain at least one special character $. Other than $, invalid అన్నట్టు. At least it should contain at least one special character. Which character that is? $. So other than $, all invalid. It should contains at least one digit. 0 to 9, any number. This is my requirement given. What is the requirement? Customer expected with respect to softwares, right? So this is the requirements. Functional, non-functional it is. The functional requirement, right? No. So this is the requirement given by your client or customer. Based on this, I have to identify valid, invalid test data. So password field should accept 5 to 8 characters. So what is the BVA? Minimum 5 pass, maximum 8 pass, minimum -1 4 fail, minimum +1 6 pass, maximum -1 7 pass, maximum +1 9 fail. And what is the ECP? Alphabets. See, it is saying like at least one character. At least one character should be lowercase. At least one uppercase should be there. Password field. And should allow what, sir? One special character. What is that special character? $. And remaining all special characters are invalid. At least one number should accept. Now I have to prepare BVA and ECP. Based on that ECP BVA, I have to prepare valid, invalid test data. Online guys, prepare it. What is your name, sir? Sorry? Srinivas. Your background? Oh, last year? 22. 22 March, April? March. 2 years of experience. So 2000, so you prepare it 2 months. February, March, 2 years experience. After you completed your BSc, you got a job. As a fresher, you got a job. So 2 years, maintain 2 years experience. Full openings 2 years. And easy job also. Where are you from, sir? Oh, Karimnagar. I did my MS in Karimnagar, sir. Kim's College. Kim's College, Kim's. Rekurti. I got seat in Karimnagar only, but I studied in Warangal first year, second year Karimnagar, Kim's College. I'm from Khammam. Thanks for asking. You are the first person asked me where are you from. Good interaction. Where do you stay here? So you are from Karimnagar basically. So you did your computers there only. Percentage, how much percentage you got, sir? 7.5. Okay, fine. So now out of 10, huh? Okay. Anyone from online guys? Completed? Valid password ABE $1. Yes. One capital letter, one small letter, and lowercase, $, and one number. Teacher, suppose if I'm saying, see here, I will give a chocolate now. 1 second, just observe. Password field should accept 4 to 8 characters. One uppercase, one lowercase, special character, one digit. Suppose I'm giving like this. Password field should accept 3 to 8 characters. Just observe, sir. Requirement-based testing. What is the meaning of the requirement-based testing here? What is the requirement-based testing, sir? What do you do, sir? So we receive some requirements and we identify completeness and correctness. Now read this. Identify valid, invalid test data for a password field. Password field should accept 3 to 8 characters. 3 to 8 characters. It should contains means what, sir? Mandatory. Mandatory, one uppercase, one lowercase, one special character, one digit. So are you facing any, I mean, is it complete? It is correct requirement? Why?
Already four.
Huh?
Sir, if we contain 3 characters, so it will not fulfill all the requirements.
Adi. Good. Your answer, sir?
Already, but it's already 4 characters.
Adi. So that is a requirement based testing we do. See, one uppercase mandatory, one lowercase mandatory, one digit mandatory, one special character is mandatory. Total how many characters mandatory now? But what given, sir? There is a difference in the leda. So customer is saying a minimum 3, but type compulsory 4 characters. One uppercase, one lowercase, one digit, one special character. So here correct Mari. So this is the ambiguity requirement. This kind of requirement we are calling as what, sir? Ambiguity requirement. So during requirement based testing, I have to read like this. I have to understand like this. So the black box tester, when I receive the requirements, the first thing you are working as what, sir? Requirement based testing. So means I go through the requirements, whether I received a requirement for all my modules and read by one, understanding the requirements, and you are finding like this ambiguity. Okay, na? So minimum is 3 given, but type is 4 minimum. So there is a difference between range and then type. So here a range given as a minimum 3, but if you calculate a type as what, sir? Minimum is 4 characters. So that is called what, sir? Requirement based testing. But here I am giving as what, sir? 5 to 8 characters. Okay, na madam? Yes. Thanks, madam. Who responded? If you allow 3 characters, it will not contain all the requirement. Correct. So this is, they will ask like this only, sir, interview. Mega. Teacher kada?
Yes, sir.
Right, yeah, right. Now, identify completed. See here. So BVA, right? Minimum, maximum, right? Answer? Minimum, maximum, right? Okay. Right. Kupadakandi. Valid, right? Yeah. Valid, invalid, right? Invalid. Valid range. So what is the range, sir? 5 to 8 characters, right? Yes. So what is the range, sir, here? Minimum 5 valid. Okay. Maximum 8 valid. Minimum plus 1. How much? 6 valid. Maximum minus 1. 7 valid. Plus 2 that all I tell, right? Yeah, suppose, see, sir kartanga malli cheptanu. 5 to 8 characters kada. 5, 6, 7, 8 valid. 9 invalid. 10 invalid. 11 invalid. 12 invalid. 13 invalid. 14 invalid. So the tester, I am entering 10 characters, I am verifying. I am tester, I am entering 11 characters and I am verifying. Duplicate ayipotunda kada. Okay. So here, we have range what, sir? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I am not entering all the combinations here. I am not entering all the combinations here. So 5 to 8 characters, right? I will identify this size as a minimum. And what's our next? 8 characters. This is 8 characters. This is maximum. Instead of entering different types of ranges, I am considering only 6 ranges. Minimum, maximum, minimum plus 1, maximum plus 1, minimum minus 1, maximum minus 1. If I test these ranges, I can test it for all the ranges. See here. So now, above 5, 6, valid. Above 5, 7, also valid, but not required. If it is allowing for 6, and then 7 should allow, as because we are testing for the maximum 8. Okay. Next, maximum plus 1. How much it is? 9. Not allowed. If it is 9, if I enter 9 characters not allowing, means what, sir? Is not supporting for what, sir? 10, 11 like this. So no need to enter all this. Minimum minus 1. previous value. Before that value, what is that? 4. When I get, sir, 4, sir, minimum -1. Now entering valid or not invalid, sir? Invalid. No need for entering 3 values. Why? 4 is not accepted, automatically 3 also won't accept. Like that. So that's the reason I am taking only 6 combinations for entire range. Clear? Right. This is valid. Next invalid, sir.
Minimum minus
Minimum -1. How much it is? 4. Maximum +1. 9 invalid. This is BVA. Clear? Next, sir. ECP, right? Valid, invalid. Now tell me valid here. Huh? Only 0 to 9?
No, 9.
Only 0 to 9, sir. Now only 0 to 9 valid, sir. No, then
Uppercase A to Z, lowercase A to Z.
So here A to Z with capital A to Z with next 0 to 9 with only dollar, with the dollar and that. That's it. So one special character, one small, one uppercase, one lowercase, one number, one special character. That's it. This is valid. If I write numbers, should not allow. If I write alphabets, should not allow. If I write other than dollar special character, should not allow. Like that. So this is only valid. Remaining are combination words are invalid. What are those? If I write only small a to z or capital A to Z, should not allow. Only 0 to 9 should not allow. All special characters, chars except what? Dollar. Blank space. Like this. This is invalid. So will you prepare valid data and invalid data? Come on, sir. So valid range with valid type. Valid data. Remaining all combinations of words are invalid data. That's it. So this is about the BV and DCP. Okay. One more example. Example 4. Identify valid and invalid test data for password field. Password field should accept 5 to 9 alphanumeric with asterisk as mandatory. Asterisk as mandatory. Passwords field should accept 5 to 9 alphanumeric with the asterisk as mandatory. Compulsory. Password field should accept 5 to 9 alphanumeric with the special character asterisk star as mandatory. Homework. Okay. Prepare, identify valid data, invalid data. This is about what, sir? BVA and ECP. ఇవన్నీ చేయాలి సార్. చేయాలి. చేస్తేనే 30,000 వస్తాయి. Like, depends on your experience. Depends on your experience. Okay. See, if you're automation tester, mostly you are not identifying this. Why? We go automation testing after functional testing only. After completion of functional testing only, we go for automation testing like Selenium. After completion of functional testing only, we go for what, sir? Automation testing. I am a automation resource. I am not a functional resource. So someone functional tester already tested this. Means they identified the data like this. I am reusing those. I am not spending again. Are you getting my point, sir? Automation testing takes place after functional testing. So whenever I want to start automation, directly I'm not starting. It is not acceptable. Directly I'm not involving in automation testing. Application is stable. I mean, after completion of functional testing only, we go for what, sir? Automation testing. So someone from functional testing team, one person tested this requirement. Means what, sir? They have already prepared some data. Those data I'm taking. Again, I'm not spending to identify this time. So all the data already there that I'm using. When? If you are a automation tester, I'm not preparing all these things. Because already is there. Automation tester. Suppose my data is in my database. Then how do you fetch the data from database? By writing some queries. Automation testing takes place after completion of functional testing. So any functional tester testing the application based on some database, already they written some queries. Again, I'm not writing a new query. I am using the existing query in my program. So that is a benefit of automation testers. Believe me, in my experience, I have not prepared like this. I told you, right, inside demo class, I involved only for 6-7 months in manual, rest experience in automation only. So whenever I do automation, all the data is available. I'm using those like this. Clear? In my experience, I haven't written any new query also. Because I'm an automation tester. Means already testing completed. Means what, sir? Already functional tester written some queries. I'm using that. For example, in my current project, sir. So if I perform any operations on front end in our application, the corresponding data should affect in the database. So we have some nearly 120 fields are there. All these 120 fields should be data should be updated in the corresponding table. I am not spending again to write a new query. So already it is tested. I just simply send an email to my functional team that please provide the corresponding SQL queries. That's it. If provided, I am used. That's it. So that is some advantage there for the automation testers. So what is there in test case? Just we are converting into automation scripts. That's it. Clear? Right. Now, where are we actually? We are in black box testing techniques. First one is requirement-based testing is completed. And I have given one example also now. Second one, sir, functional testing. During functional field validation, field existence, positive and negative testing, boundary value analysis, equivalence class partitioning. Next is what, sir? Number 5. Navigational. What is the number, sir? Navigation. Okay. Number distant tables. 7. Right? Decision tables. Okay. What is this? Decision table is a black box testing technique. And it is used to identify data based on given requirements in the form of tables or conditions, multiple conditions, based on given multiple conditions. Like this. The decision table is a black box testing technique and it is used to identify data based on what's given multiple conditions. So whenever I have some multiple conditions, so kind of decision we have to take, and based on that we have to prepare a data that comes under what's a decision table. For example, login should work on below conditions. Login functionality should work on below conditions. So for login, what are the fields are there? Username, password are there, right? See here. Insert. Table. Username, password, result. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, right. See here. Username, password, login status, username. If it is valid data and password valid data, login status, what's the success? SUCE, success. Okay. Right. If I enter valid username and invalid user password data, then what's the unsuccess? Like this. Like this. Next, invalid data with valid data. What's the same unsuccess? Or pass or fail, whatever it may be. Next, invalid data with what's the invalid data, again unsuccess. So now requirement given like this for login status based on some multiple conditions. So now I'm entering what's the username. For username field accepting data or not, BV and DCP field validation. But now we have what's the multiple fields here based on some conditions. Valid should allow, pass. Valid data, invalid data should not allow. Invalid data, valid data should not allow. Invalid data should not allow. This is one example. Another example. Example 2. Suppose organization is providing some features to your employees based on some experience. How many years of you're working in that company, current company? Based on that, organization is providing some features to employee. That is the requirement. Insert. 0 to 5, 6 to 10, 10 to 15, more than 15. See here. So now my requirements are not in the statements wise. My requirements not in the form of statements based on what are some tables, some conditions, some multiple conditions. So 0 to 5, number of years experience. Number of years experience. As indicate what's the number. As indicates what's a number, total count. See, sir. Suppose here we have a 0 to 5. I have combination like this, okay? Next, 6 to 10. 11 to 15. 15 plus. Not your career experience, sir. In that company, continuously you are working for 5 years, 0 to 5 years. What are the benefits? So 6 to 10 years, 11 to 15 years, more than 15 years. 2 years I worked in Cognizant and another 3 years I am working in my current company. You are not eligible. Hello, sir. Continuously you are working in that same company. You are eligible for that. So organization is providing some features to employee based on these years of experience. Group multiple conditions, decision tables. Sir. So consider we have a parental insurance. Consider parental insurance. See, employee insurance is mandatory. So you go any company, you join in any company, no need to pay any amount for your insurance for your family. For parental insurance, some companies are charging. Parental insurance. Two-wheeler EV. Company providing two-wheeler EV. In sir, next. EV and sir, electrical vehicle. Two-wheeler electrical vehicle. Next. Four-wheeler EV. Four-wheeler electrical vehicle. Next. Child care. So if you have any child up to 10 years, company will provide some amount for child care benefits. Okay. ఇంకేమైనా సార్ కంపెనీలో ఇట్లాంటి ఉంటాయి, చాలా ఉంటాయి. ఎంఎన్సి కంపెనీలో ఉంటాయి ఇట్లాంటి. Annual shares allotment per annum. So after 1 year, company will add shares as a bonus. Suppose you are working in a Cognizant company, so Cognizant they should have some shares, right? They will add to your account. Sabbatical. What is the meaning of sabbatical? Sabbatical, right? Means what, sir? Paid leaves. 1 month. 1 month paid leaves. So this is the employee benefits. Based on what, sir? Number of years you are working in the company. See here, parental insurance, no. 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 Consider just I'm giving around roughly. No. So continuous 0.5, no. So you are not eligible for any employee benefit here. 6 to 10, this is yes. You are benefiting. And here this is also yes. No. No. Yes. No.
They
Huh?
not allow for everyone, only for managers and all.
అట్లా ఏముండదు.
కొన్ని అయితే
మా కంపెనీలో based on the experience only. If you want, I can show you a mail. So recently we received a 4-wheeler EV.
band 7, band 8.
ఉంటాయి. అవి different features మళ్ళీ. అవి different features ఉంటాయి. Band 5, band 6, band 7 like that ఉంటాయి. But general I'm giving here. Okay, instead of experience, you can take as a band. I am understanding the decision table example. See, what I'm trying to say is, I am understanding
Table.
decision tables. No, నాకు ఇట్లొద్దు. I'll go with, in my company, we have a band, sir, band 1, band 2, band 3. మార్చుకోండి ఇక్కడ ఎవరు వస్తున్నారు? Band 1 పెట్టుకోండి, band 2 పెట్టుకోండి. Like this. Based on some designation. Your wish. But I am trying to explain what, sir? How decision table looks like. So based on some conditions, 11 to 5. Yes. You are also eligible. Yes. 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 No. No. Example I'm telling. In my company we will get a shares. 30 shares we will get per annum. If we have 5 years more. Completing after completion of 5 years experience in the company. So company will add shares, 30 shares per annum. But here I'm not giving exact, okay? Sir, for different tables example here, okay? If you have 15 years of experience, yes. What is sabbatical, sir? Paid leaves. You know, if in our company, if it is 15 plus years of experience you did in your current company, 30 days you are getting paid leaves. 30 days paid leave. 15 years. You know, 30 days ante more than a month. Saturday, Sunday include zero. Saturday, Sunday include zero. Monday to Friday only, right? Monthly 4 weeks. 20, one month. Another 10 in next month. So nearly 6 weeks we will get. 6 weeks we will get. So if you are excluding the Saturday, Sunday, sabbatical leaves not includes your holidays. So nearly 1.5 month you will get sabbatical paid leaves. మీ జీతం 2 లక్షలు ఉంటే 3 లక్షలు ఫ్రీగా వస్తాయి. అంతే కదా సార్, sabbatical leave 1 month 1.5 month, రైట్? మంత్లీ 2 లక్షలు, 2 నెలలకి 4 లక్షలు, 1.5 month 3 లక్షలు ఫ్రీగా ఇస్తారు. ఎప్పుడు? ఇగో ఇంతరం చేస్తే అది 15 years. మా దాంట్లో 15 years ఉంది sabbatical leave. If it is more than 20 years, then 2 months is there. So still I have to work for 4 years to get this sabbatical. 11 years completed recently in my company. 11 years working in the same company. This is what, sir? Decision table. So now you are identifying the condition. Based on some conditions, you are testing your application. Means what, sir? If I log into my application, application should display these features. Available benefits. In your company, you have one application is there already developed. If I log into that application, మీ కాగ్నిజెంట్ లింక్స్ మీద అది కాగ్నిజెంట్లో ఏదో ఉంది, అది పీపుల్ సాఫ్ట్ క్యాప్జెమిని కదా. ఓకే, క్యాప్జెమిని. మా దాంట్లో వేరే అప్లికేషన్ ఉంది. సో యువర్ హెచ్ఆర్ వర్క్ బేస్ అట్లా ఉంటాయి కదా సార్. ఇఫ్ ఐ ఓపెన్ దట్ యువర్ అప్లికేషన్, బేస్డ్ ఆన్ యువర్ లాగిన్, it will capture all the data from database. If I go like this, how many leaves are balanced, what are the features I can have, all will display based on my experience. Suppose you are 0 to 5 experience, right? If you open the application, you are not able to see any kind of features. So now I am logged into my application. I have a 7 years of experience. These features should be available and these features should not be available, like that. So if I am have a 15 plus years of experience, all the features should be available. So like this will be there. So based on some conditions, multiple conditions, decision table. This is also one kind of what's a black box testing technique. If I complete 15 years in my current company, including PF, gratuity, shares, I will get nearly 20 lakhs. If I complete 15 years, still 4 years I have to work. 18 to 20, I already calculated. 18 to 20 lakhs I will get. PF, gratuity, and shares, and some other options also there. I will get 18 to 20 lakhs I will get. I calculated actually. Last one I calculated. After I completed my 11 years, so I calculated how much I will get like that. So yearly, nearly 18 to 20 lakhs I will get. Not now. If I complete another 4 years in my company. Right, sir, your government employees retire అయిపోతుంటే వస్తాయి కదా డబ్బులు. If it's continuously working in one company, these are the benefits we will get. Like that. Okay. So this is about what, sir? Decision tables, black box testing technique. That's it. So this is about what, sir? Testing techniques or testing methodologies. That's it. So remaining we have, sir, non-functional testing, right? That we will discuss. Navigation flow is what, sir? Whenever I enter some data, if I click submit button, the corresponding next page displaying or not. Navigational flow. Like that. Clear? This is about the testing techniques. Which testing techniques you are using, sir? Black box testing. Are you using any white box testing technique, sir? Sapna చెప్తున్నారు సప్న కదా మీ పేరు సప్న కావే చెప్తుంది currently no. Yesterday I said the same thing, right? But as a automation tester, I'm writing some programs. There I'm using what, sir? White box testing techniques only. Then they will ask what are the white box testing techniques are there? We will explain. So whenever we are in the automation testing, there we will explain. Once again, what are the testing techniques are there? 3 are there. What are those? White box, black box, gray box. What is white box testing technique? Testing the application source code. And whenever developer is developing the application, they are writing some program, right? That program is working properly or not. That is white box. Black box, front-end application testing. Not requiring not a knowledge on the program code. Not required. Testing the front-end application. That is black box. Combination of white and black box is called what, sir? Gray box. But as a black box tester, functional testers are using black box testing techniques. Automation testers are using what, sir? White box testing techniques. So white box testing techniques are using by developers as well as automation testers. In automation tester, not application codes, sir. My Selenium code. My Selenium code. That I will go with the white box testing techniques. That's it. So this is about the what's that? Answer story. Testing techniques. As I promised, right? After completion of chapter, we will have a FAQs. So in the FAQs, chapter 1 also I given, sir. Chapter 2 also I'm providing FAQs. And already said, sir, no need for Googling. These questions are very, very sufficient. Okay? Already only way on. Okay. From 9:40, sir. So have you prepared the 9-10 questions, sir, in chapter 1? I given, right? Chapter 1, I given some FAQs, right? So have you prepared, sir? Module 1 FAQs, annual FAQs. See here. So let me add this. ఇంతకుమించి ఇంకా ఏముండవు ఇందులో. Okay, manual FAQs. Okay, so here only, right? Chapter 2. This one. Okay, let me change the font. I don't like this font. See here. What are the testing techniques or methodologies we have? Come on, sir. We have 3: white box, black box, gray box. What is the white box testing and black box testing techniques? You will explain, right? What are the white box testing technique do you have? We will explain. Not covered, I will explain. Have you used white box testing technique, sir? Come on, sir. Go on, sir. మీరు ఇంటర్వ్యూకి వెళ్తారు కదా, ఎస్ అని చెప్పాలి మీరు. See, when do you go for interview? After completion of your course and you prepared, right? Come on, sir. And you're showcasing like I have experience on Selenium. Yes, I involved white box testing techniques in Selenium process, automation process, like that. So what is static and what is dynamic? In static, we are not executing any programs. By dynamic, we are executing programs. That's it. So by reading, requirement based is a static testing. So there we are not executing anything like that. So starting testing, a type of testing the application source code without execution. Static and dynamic are comes under white box testing techniques actually. But in dynamic testing, what do you say? I have a program, I will execute and finding some mistakes. Without execution program, finding mistakes are static. Without execution, with execution program, finding mistake was a dynamic. Code walkthrough, code inspection. I will cover. What is conditional white box? How do you implement functional coverage? How do you implement functional coverage? Based on black box testing techniques. What are those? Field existence, field validations, navigation flow, positive, negative, BVA, easy feed, distant tables. Why do the go for black box testing? For functional testing. Why do you go for black box testing? To implement what's your functional testing? In your experience, did you find mistakes in requirements? So mostly no అని చెప్పండి. Mostly no అని చెప్పండి అంతే. నాకైతే మీరు జస్ట్ 4-5 years ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ కదా మేము పెట్టుకునేది. ఏం లేని చెప్పండి. What is BVA? What are the ranges we have in BVA? Okay. Next. What is ECP? What is a black box testing techniques we have? You have to explain all. How do you find valid, invalid test data for a given requirement based on BVA and ECP and decision tables? How do you conduct static testing? I'm not executing, just reading the program code. That's it. What is a MOM? MOM stands for minutes of meeting. You know what it contains. I'll show you. What is AUT? Application under test. So what is the application you are testing? That application you are calling as a AUT. So now I'm testing one calculator.net application. That is my AUT. The application which you are testing, that we are calling as what, sir? AUT. Application under testing. What is gray box testing? We have involving gray box testing. So as a functional tester, I'm using a white box. As an automation tester, I'm using తిప్పానా మీరు చెప్పాలి నన్ను కరెక్ట్ చేయాలి. As a functional tester, I'm using what, sir? Black box. As an automation tester, I'm using white box. I have some experience on what, sir? Gray box, but not with respect to application development. You know, for testing, automation testing, I'm involving in this. Ante game lo. That's it. I will share it. You know, any doubts? No? So tomorrow, same time. Tomorrow I will start another chapter, levels of testing. Levels of testing and some definitions are there. So once it is done, we will start with the automation testing. Sorry, STLC process. Any doubts, guys? Online guys? Thank you.